Hello and welcome to another episode of What the Heck Are We Building at Minnesota Implement. This is a puller unit. This goes onto a skid steer, but this is a custom order from a client that installs solar panels. And what they're doing is driving a post into the ground 6 feet deep, and then they need to extract that post. And they're finding that it takes about 40,000 pounds of force to pull that out, so they needed an excavator in order to pull these posts out after they do their soil testing. So they needed an extractor unit for pulling the posts out of the ground. So we were contracted to build that for them. This unit has two 5-inch cylinders that are rated for 3,000 psi. So this will create a little over 100,000 pounds of lift force. And as you can see by the big base on the ground, it puts all that lift force into the surface area of these big feet. So all the machine does is delivers this unit to the site, and then you hook to your post either by hooking a chain into these hooks and wrapping it around the post, or they've got a little clip unit that goes onto the post, and that's what this attachment here is for, is this goes onto their clip unit. And they'd also be able to pass a chain through this opening if they needed to wrap a chain around something off of this attachment. But these are rails all the way down that are drilled 4-inch on center, so these carriages can come off, be moved for different heights, and they could also build custom carriages for other applications later on if their needs change. We didn't want to kind of build a one-shot willy piece of equipment that they'd use for 6 months and then it's useless because it can't be adapted. So we deliberately built this so that it could be adapted to their uses for the next 20 years. But like I say, this is a really heavy-duty built unit. The unit itself weighs in at about 1,300 pounds because this big box tube that we used is 5/16 thick, and that's throughout the full frame. And then we've got 100,000 pounds worth of push force on these cylinders. So this whole carriage is built to take that 100,000 pounds of force. And again, it's a skid steer faceplate mount. We've got to palletize this thing to ship it, so I'm not going to stick it on the skid steer right now. But I was just pressure testing it and wanted to shoot a quick video of it, both a proof of concept and to show our wonderful audience out there some of what we do. But I'll go ahead and fire this up so you can see how fast the carriage travels. Now, obviously, with 5-inch diameter cylinders, and 2 of them, even on a machine like this that's got 20 gallons flow per minute, the carriage isn't going to move real fast. But they're not worried about how fast the carriage moves, because prior to this, what they were having to do is use an excavator and dig beside the post and then pull the post out of the ground. So they're making a mess out of the ground after they do soil samples. So this eliminates that altogether. So even if this took 2 minutes to pull a post, they don't really care as long as it pulls the post in one effort. And so we've got about, I think it's about 30 seconds, 35 seconds of carriage time for this to travel. So it's pretty quick, honestly, for what it's doing. Cycle up and back down is about a minute total. We've got the relief valve, we've got a crossover relief valve in here as a safety because these cylinders are very expensive. So we wanted to put a crossover relief in there because some machines are running 4,000 psi now on these bigger machines. So the crossover relief is set at 2,700 on a 3000 psi rated cylinder. It gives us a little bit of a safety zone on it. We always like to do that on expensive equipment because there's no reason to blow a cylinder apart in lieu of a $150 safety valve. So just wanted to shoot a quick video, let you guys see what we've got, and this way we can also send it off to the client so they can see what we've got going on. Thank you for watching. We're Minnesota Implement. Please check out our other videos.